everybody. Happy, what day is it? Wednesday.
Matinee day.
March 15th.
Oh.
The Ides of March.
Oh, right.
We're here at Broadway.com.
That's a theatrical reference.
That is.
I'm Paul Wontorek.
I'm Beth Stevens.
And we're live at 5-ish.
Live at 5-ish.
And we have an awesome special guest today who we've loved in many shows over the years. She has a new CD.
The Golden Voiced, Karen Mason.
Nice, I like that.
Yes.
So you give a quote. Karen Mason, she has a new CD. We love it. It's about time. It's about time. It's about time she's here.
It's about time
right?
she
It's
has
about
a new
time.
CD. Yeah.
It's about time. So let's talk about the news. What's going on, Beth?
Well,
There's a new show on
first of all, I
Broadway.
just want to say to all the people who were in shows yesterday or saw shows on Broadway yesterday, good for you. Because it wasn't really a blizzard. Was it really a blizzard? It was
We
down
weren't
big.
here. I mean,
We were not here.
The city shut down the day ahead of time. So,
Right.
right? I
And
mean,
then
it was like,
but
that's what
anyway,
happens.
the shows went on, and that was amazing. The Broadway continued on.
Yeah. And a very exciting final dress happened last night.
That's true, and a very exciting first preview is happening tonight.
Yeah.
Hello, Dolly.
Bette Midler.
She gets applause if she's not even in the room.
Thank
That's
you for
fine.
coming back,
Thank
Bette
you for-
Midler.
thank
It's
you.
good to have you. Yes.
Yes, so,
I
and we
mean,
got to see a picture of Bette
Right.
Midler in Hello, Dolly. So
They
we're
released
really
a
excited.
classic photo.
Very classic.
It looked like, I mean, the chorus boys looked like they were right out of the 60s. I mean, like, everything about that photo was classic Hello, Dolly.
And that just got
Perfect.
everyone super excited.
Yeah, and can
mean,
you
we
imagine if
already
it was
were.
like, imagine if she looked nothing. I mean, it'd be so weird if it was like, oh my god, it's like if it was like Glass Menagerie. It's like, wait, she's just
Contemporary
wearing
dress.
sweatpants doing it. Anyway, but she's not. She's Dolly.
There's no sweatpants in Hello, Dolly. You heard it here first.
Backstage. So anyway, yeah, that's exciting.
That is exciting.
At the Schubert. That's,
At the Schubert.
It's a big event.
Yes. So we have some other fun things happen yesterday, which is that Kate Blanchett and I'm going to say Richard Roxburgh, but it might be Richard Roxburgh, but I'm going to say it like Edinburgh Theatre Festival.
Okay. Yeah.
The stars of the present were honored at Sardi's.
This is their final week.
It's their final week. They're
but
done on
yeah.
Sunday, March 19th.
Yeah.
So we have some nice pictures of that. You know, Kate Blanchett, she knows how to dress up.
Yeah, and she
She knows how she's
make up the beat.
full,
So
done.
good. I actually saw her at a bar last week, and she looked good just with nothing on. Just
You hang out
having
at
a
bars
cocktail.
that Kate Blanchett hangs out in?
She was there.
Fancy. What? There's going to be a documentary about Terrence McNally.
Why not? There's a
Right.
lot going
There's
on there.
actually, if you go and click on that story, you can actually watch a little bit of the documentary.
Oh, I didn't know that. Nobody told me that.
I'm telling you
I should
now.
click on Broadway.com.
And you can see the people that... Consider doing that sometime, why don't you? You can see some of the people that were interviewed for this, including
Nathan Lane,
Nathan Lane,
Brian Stokes Mitchell, Audra
perhaps
McDonald.
Audra McDonald, Jack O'Brien.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, am I stopping now?
No,
Joe
I
Mantello.
got it.
People,
Right.
fancy
People who've worked with
Broadway
him.
people.
Everybody's worked with him.
Yeah. Darren Criss was on Conan O'Brien talking about all of the stuff he's doing, Supergirl and Flash,
He has a new
and
band,
all
and
that
his new
stuff,
band,
and
yeah.
talking
Darren
about
Criss-
Neil Patrick Harris,
Darren Chris stuff.
you know, Hedwig, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So a long time ago, and by a long time ago I mean 2014,
Okay.
Broadway.com
It's
wrote a
quiz.
story.
It's a quiz. What?
Karen
what do we
Mason,
do?
you're about to be. There's going to be a pop quiz on this.
What do we do?
We wrote a story saying that Kenny Leon was going to direct Children of a Lesser God on Broadway.
Oh, I remember that.
Do you remember that? That did not materialize. Now he's doing it in Stockbridge, Massachusetts at the Berkshire Theatre Group. But he's got a very good cast, including Joshua Jackson. Okay, I'm going to just say the William Hurt role because I know the movie. And former Miss Deaf America, Lauren Ridloff, will star.
She's a former what?
Miss Deaf America.
Oh, cool.
Thus gorgeous.
That's like a beauty pageant?
I guess so.
I don't know.
I
gotta look it up.
It seems like it would be, yes.
Yeah.
Some sort of pageant.
Wow.
So Kenny Leon, Tony winner Kenny Leon is directing that there.
Cool.
Alan,
Maybe it'll come to Broadway.
I'm
Okay.
saying
You're
it's
just putting it
possible.
out
I'm
there.
saying it's
I get it.
possible.
Aileen wants us to know it's 2 feet plus of snow in the Hudson Valley. Okay, well we
Thank you
had
for
like
staying home and watching
I think
us.
we had like 2 inches or maybe 5.
Like 5, yeah.
It wasn't much.
Yes. We have a new Pucker Up episode. Thank you for
I
mentioning
know.
it, Alec.
Alex
They're
noticed.
in the theater. It did so good.
Pucker Up is our War Paint
It's
vlog,
our War Paint
starring
vlog, Stephanie Lee.
Yes. And
And
War Paint is now in previews.
It's now in preview, so she shows us around the theater, and it's really fun.
Yeah, cool.
I love that she always asks for beauty tips, and like from the guys. They know a lot about beauty cream. It's weird.
Well, there's a
Alan
very
Ayckbourn.
a lot of estrogen in that show.
Yeah, but there's some guys. I'm just saying.
No,
some
I know.
Some
but-
cute guys.
But yeah.
Alan
they
Ayckbourn
are
has a
there.
new play. It's called The Divide. It is 2 parts. It is 5.5 hours. It's
Oh
going to
my
go to the
God.
Edinburgh Theatre Festival in Edinburgh,
Like Richard
Scotland.
Roxburgh? Like
Roxburgh.
Richard Roxburgh?
I'm pronouncing everything this way today. So that's going there.
5.5 hours?
Well, it's 2 parts, so it's 2 plays.
Okay.
So 3 hours, 2 hours.
Okay.
So, but he likes to write those long epic things. That's his shtick.
Christine just said, get the hot cocoa. I think there's a perception that we're buried in snow because of the news reports.
Because
so
of how
crazy.
we're dressed? No.
We're
You're
not.
wearing a sweater.
We're not
today.
buried in snow.
We're fine.
We're
I am wearing some very ugly winter boots. I will
It is
not
cold.
share them with you.
It is cold
It's
out.
very cold.
Yeah, it is cold.
Anyway, Alan Ayckbourn has a play. It's going to go to the Edinburgh Theatre Festival in Scotland in August.
Okay.
And then it's going to the Old Vic, but they don't have dates yet. So it's a thing.
Cool.
You're welcome. What else can I tell you? Groundhog Day album, speaking of the Old Vic. Groundhog Day album starring
They recorded it.
Andy Carl.
Last week, I think.
They did. It's coming out digitally April 14th. It's coming out in stores on May 5th. Just in time for something.
Just in time for Tony campaigns. That's what that is.
Yes!
That's what that is, people.
That's correct. I have nothing
There's
more to tell you.
also, I know another video that's going up.
do?
Matt Roden did the red carpet challenge at the Beauty and the Beast premiere on Monday night.
With all of those people.
Well, Audra, yeah, it was fun. I mean, it was a very crazy red carpet. But,
That's exciting.
Yeah, I know there's some Bernadette Peters action. I saw some Joel Grey. I saw maybe a glimpse of Audra McDonald.
A glimpse?
Emma Watson might have walked by.
What?
Walked
That's
by.
amazing.
She walked by. She was busy.
She's busy. Leah Michelle sang her new single,
Oh.
Love is Alive, on the Late Late Show. with
It's
James
called
Brown.
Love is Alive. All right. Why not? Love is
Okay.
Alive.
She's got a pretty voice. Speaking of pretty voices.
Okay,
is there anything
speaking of Billy Murphy saying that he loved our guest in Hairspray back in August 2008. So let's bring her on, everybody. Broadway vet, Karen Mason.
Yay! Oh, I love this. I have to get
Target.
one of those.
Target.
I love it.
doing?
I'm good.
I love the colors.
Thank you.
We're not buried in snow.
We're not buried
No,
in snow.
no.
New Yorkers get through it very fast.
Right? It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
The predictions were horrible.
I know. What's with the prediction?
Well, they like to scare us.
There's no accountability, right? After the fact. Anyway, I'm so happy you're here.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm great.
So you have
I'm
a
great.
new album.
I do.
Love this cover.
Thank you.
So triumphant. I love the hair.
Yeah, it's
I
good,
love the
right?
title.
Bill
I love the
Westmoreland.
dress. I love everything about it.
Thank you.
And then I looked at the song list, and I'm like losing my mind. This is not one of the songs.
Next
not one of the songs.
that'll be the next CD.
Next, but like all my favorite songs, it's like I basically handed you. I secreted this album. I put all these songs on a wall and said, "Please, Karen, make an album of these." Like, for example, like what's your favorite song on here? That's
Well,
hard, I
because
know.
I'm married to the man who wrote the title track,
okay.
I would say It's About Time.
And who is that man?
That's my husband, Paul Rolnick.
Yes, very nice. He got track number 1 and the title.
Yeah.
He wrote it for you. He writes for your voice.
He
it fair to
did.
say
Actually,
that?
he wrote it for friends of ours who were getting married. It was right after marriage
Okay.
equality. So it's
And you
a
sang it at the
song.
wedding?
I sang it.
Aw.
Yeah, it was a present that we gave to them.
How nice. Oh wait, the bonus track 50%. What?
Yeah,
Okay,
with
I'm-
Billy Goldenberg at the piano, who was the composer.
Can I just say some of the songs I really love? Everything's
Sure.
coming up roses.
Yeah,
Have you ever played Rose?
I have.
Yeah, where'd you do that? I know you did.
I did it at the Sundance Theater Festival
Right.
when it was
Right.
up in the mountains.
Right.
I did it at up Westchester Broadway
Uh-huh.
and also
Yep.
at the Muni.
Yep. Oh, you've done it 3 times.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm ready. I'm
It's in your
capable
repertoire.
of doing it again.
It's in your
too.
repertoire. You're ready to do it again.
I would love to do it.
Yeah,
again.
I want to see Gypsy again. Gypsy should always just be here, right? Speaking of shows that come back, Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah,
So
I
now
know.
so now when Sunset Boulevard,
Yeah.
Boulevard was on originally, you were Glenn Close's standby.
Yeah, I was this. Yes,
Yeah,
I was.
and you went on like a bit. Like
Well, I was the standby for Glenn and for Betty Buckley and Elaine Page. So I
oh, you were there
covered
the
all
entire
3
okay.
ladies, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so you got
Yeah.
to do it a lot. And,
I did,
and I
about
remember like you
250
were
times.
amazing. I
Well,
got to
thank
see you do it.
Thank you
but
for
it
not
was,
leaving.
But it was one of those. Well, yeah, because audiences wanted to see Glenn Close, right?
Yeah.
But it was one of. I remember vividly. It was one of those things where everyone was talking about, like, oh my God, Karen Mason. Oh my God, she's
Oh,
so
well,
good. She's so good
thank
as
you.
Norma Desmond. Does Norma Desmond ever leave you, or do you still like think about? Did you sing the songs? Do you ever sing the songs?
Yeah, actually on my last CD we did As If We Never Said Goodbye.
Classic.
Yeah, the great thing about playing Norma Desmond is I think when you play these larger than life characters,
Yeah.
there is a little piece of it that always stays with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I
And
feel like.
certainly, I think she taught me to be a little bit less Midwestern Catholic.
Yes. Nice.
And, hopefully that does stay with you.
Well, actually, Lisa has a question about this. When you stood by for Glenn Close, how much were you asked to mimic her performance, and how much did you get to make the role your own?
Oh,
It's like a classic question.
yes,
guess.
I was never asked to mimic her. Basically, my job was to do the show that they had directed, that Trevor Nunn had directed.
Okay. Yep.
So, and hit certain points and make sure that I didn't get in the way of any other actor.
Right.
Yeah, so
you got to stand in the right spots.
That's right, yeah.
Right.
But they never really said I had to mimic her, which was great. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to come see Glenn Close. Why would you,
Right.
stick around to see Karen Mason do,
Right.
mimic her?
What do you think about her doing it again?
I think it's exciting.
amazing.
Hey, to be able to revisit a role that you've played
Yeah.
and played beautifully and created
Right.
here,
Right.
that's a lovely gift, and it's been quite a few years, so you bring a whole different perception to that role.
You also originated the role of Cougar Tanya in Mamma Mia.
I like to call this slut.
Maybe Broadway's first cougar over here.
Oh,
I don't
hey,
know.
that's
I'm thinking,
nice,
Like, if I think
yeah.
back, I don't know. I feel like, yeah.
That's nice.
Pepper. She was, on Pepper and the whole thing. Yeah.
That was a
Was that
great
fun?
gig, man. That was fabulous. 8 times a week I got to have, like 4 handsome young dancers dance
Shirtless.
around
and
me.
There was like a lot of skin.
Yeah, lots of skin, and
Yeah,
all
you
I
were
had
showing
to do was
skin too,
stand there.
and heels and
Well,
the whole,
yeah.
the whole thing.
That was right around the time I had a big birthday, so I started leg lifts as soon as I got the job.
You turned 30 when you were in Mamma Mia?
I love you.
That's amazing. I've never realized that before.
Kiss me.
Yeah. Would you ever? Are there any roles that you've done that you would love to do again? I mean, other than Gypsy, like you've done a lot of things in your career. Is there anything like if somebody said like, I'm gonna write a $10 million check right now for your Broadway musical revival, which show would you want to do? I don't have that money, but I'm just throwing it out there. It's hypothetical.
Wow. A Broadway revival?
Yeah, like a musical,
Yeah.
like a classic musical.
Actually, I'd like to do Mame. I would love to see
Mame needs to come back,
Yeah.
right?
I'd like to do Mame and Mrs. Lovett. I would love to do that sometime.
I would love it.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah, I wonder if Mame, I feel like with Dolly now, I wonder if people are going to start. Mame is like one of those titles that's sort of no one's really bringing up. It's interesting.
Right, and maybe because of Hello Dolly.
Yeah.
I'd love to do Dolly sometime.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be fun to do.
I think it's time for a Mame reboot. David wants to know, are there any plans to do any concerts in Chicago?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be coming to Chicago at a place called Davenport's, which is a club I opened.
You opened a
long
club?
time. I've opened quite a few clubs.
Meaning you were the first act?
Yes.
Not that you like.
Not that
bought
I
the real
have any money
estate
in the game.
and I was like,
No.
so that's fun.
Yeah.
So are you what other like cities are you going to? Are there any other gigs coming up?
I do. I have, you can go to KarenMason.com and find all that information because, as you get older, things sift through relatively
Right. Yeah,
quickly.
you can go find out all the
But
gigs.
I will be in Chicago sometime in May, and I'll also be here doing Don't Tell Mama, which is a
cool.
club I actually opened with Nancy Lamott back in
Nancy
1983.
Lamott.
Yeah, I know.
Amazing Nancy Lamott.
Amazing. Yeah.
You opened Don't Tell Mama.
She and I did, yeah. Pretty wild, huh?
Don't Tell Mama. What year?
1982 or 3.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of Black Russians back in the day, back in the 90s. I was there. I was there cheering it on. Are you? Oh my God! People ask about Rebecca. I forgot you were involved with Rebecca.
Yeah.
That
I was,
classic
yeah.
Broadway show. Rebecca's on hold. Everybody.
Yeah.
Calm down. Calm down on Rebecca.
I'd love Rebecca to happen.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah,
Listen,
who
light
knows?
those votive candles because I would love Rebecca to happen before I'm, too old and they'll have to drag me out in a wheelchair to play the role. But I would love to do Rebecca. It's not a dead issue from what I understand.
Okay. All right. I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Yeah.
What about Wonderland? That one didn't last. You were hilarious and such a diva in that. That was such a great
Thank
diva. And
you.
the costumes
oh
and
my
the
God,
hair.
I loved that.
Oh my
show.
God, Frank Wildhorn. It's the Alice in Wonderland musical at the Marquee, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he wrote that song for me. So
I could tell.
yeah, it was so much fun. I loved doing that show. I was so sad when it didn't last.
Yeah.
Because, all of us who had been with it over the 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you put in a lot of time, energy, and love, and then all of a sudden, because no one wants to see it or whatever, they pull the plug on it. But it was sad. It was very sad. You know, we had become a family, and I miss her. I miss that Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
I still have my little crown.
That's nice. It's funny though, because I don't think of you as very diva off stage, and then like you played all these diva women. You know what I mean? Like
There has to be there somewhere, right? Yeah.
Do you feel like it is in you?
Oh,
Is it,
sure.
Yeah.
Please, every Catholic girl has that.
I love it. So okay.
Yeah.
So people should keep writing you diva parts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bring on
listen,
the divas.
the harsher the better.
Uh-huh.
The
Oh.
harsher the better with a big 11 o'clock number. That's all I ask.
Well, that's completely necessary. Yeah. So would you do Norma Desmond again?
Sure.
Oh.
I would love to do Norma Desmond again.
Yeah. I'm into that.
That's a great role. It's a great role.
Well, I think I actually recently ranked all Van Lloyd Webber's songs, and I picked that one as number one, As If You Never Said Goodbye.
As If We Never Said
Yeah.
Goodbye.
And With One Look was like in the top 10.
Yeah, it's funny
'Cause-
when I auditioned for that. My audition actually for that role, I forgot the lyrics. Now, it's not really good practice to forget the lyrics when Andrew Lloyd Webber is in the
He
audience.
was there? Okay.
Yeah. And I was a little tired. I was out doing Amanda McBroom's show out at Goodspeed, and I came in to audition thinking, in my own delusional way, that I was auditioning for the role, not the standby. And so they gave me the With One Look to audition with, and I started it, and with one look.
That was it.
Long pause, and I hear from the back, "I can break your heart." And I thought, oh, I've just lost this
Was that
job.
Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Yes.
Oh my God. I love it.
I did not lose the job. I think it was, a mercy casting or something. But
Wow.
I got it because, man, I was determined. As soon as that happened,
You're like,
it's like that
yeah.
razor focus. I was going to sing that song.
What was your first time on stage? How old were you?
Ever?
Yeah.
Actually, my first time, my sisters and I used to do shows when I was growing up. So I created the role of Francis Scott Keys in the 4th of July special in Florissant, Missouri. I created that role.
Wow.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
not in your bio.
It's not. Well, the bio gets so long.
That's true. You got to make you have to make choices.
But that was the first time that I really thought, oh, I want to be doing this.
Wow.
And then in high school, it was the way to meet boys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did
yeah.
you?
Con-
Did you
no.
meet?
Yeah, I met boys, but
Showmances?
no.
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 How
The
did-
boys who were doing those shows were not interested in me, and
They were interested in you in different ways.
in a different way. Yeah, but I found a career choice, and that was good.
Yes. So, how did you pick these songs on this beautiful album?
Oh, I love this album so much.
How did you pick these songs? Some of these,
My
like,
husband and
songs-
I talked about it actually, and we have. When you live with somebody who's a record producer, we have many, many, many tracks of songs over the years
Right.
that we've accumulated, and so we were going through and saying, what do you want to include? What feels like me at this moment? And so it was not too difficult of
Cool.
a choice.
Cool. So, how can people get it? On your website?
On my website, CD Baby.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah, you can download it. You can, we'll send you a copy.
KarenMason.com. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
It's such
you
a
so
pleasure
much,
to see
Paul.
you.
Thank you.
And everyone, go on KarenMason.com, find out where she's coming near you, hopefully.
That's right.
Yeah. And write more diva roles. The nastier, the better.
Please.
Yes.
With big 11 o'clock songs.
Big 11 o'clock songs. That's essential.
That's right.
It's the worst when the character just disappears at some point.
Yeah.
Give
I'd
us
like
full-
a comedy song, a beautiful ballad, and an 11 o'clock number.
Okay. Well, that's very specific.
Hey, if you don't be specific.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Thank you so much, Karen.
Thank
Thank you
you.
guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow with another awesome guest on Live at 5. Bye.